Hello, hey Ynessa. Okay, updates. What's going on in school? Okay. Yeah, go get the stuff. Yeah, grab your file as well, yeah? Let me grab your files. Okay. Hello, hey Ynessa. Okay, March holiday next week, so updates. Okay, so no progress. Chemical bonding, I assume. But yeah, but I don't assume. I don't. It's a big topic, so I don't think they can move past much. Oh, what happened? Okay. Uh. Okay. So okay, how's your understanding of ionic and covalent? What's ionic and what's covalent? You sure your school? You don't know what's going on in your school in terms of chemistry? Uh-huh. You mean like what? What is going on in your school when it comes to chemistry? You say it's chemical bonding. I ask you things like the most simple things about it. You don't know about it. So is it because school is not teaching that? Because you have not been listening? Or what's going on? So yeah. Yeah, what? You have one whole week. You have three lessons. One lessons. Uh-huh. Okay. Then what was done for that one? Doing paper. So do you know how ridiculous it is that I'm asking you what is teaching in school? You technically your answer is you don't know. Right? I mean you couldn't I'm still asking you the same thing. What is school teaching? But you couldn't tell me, right? Yeah, so how do we go about this, bruh? I mean, I have a feeling that your school don't even teach chemical bonding. Okay, I mean, yes, that is true, but my then what's ionic? Okay, that's a good start. Okay, only learn ionic. Okay, so if this is only learn ionic, okay, then I have to check the previous complete chapter already. Previous complete chapter is atomic structure. Atomic structure. Okay, I want you to try this one. Because last week totally we touched bio, we didn't touch chemistry, and I only have one lesson a week, so I have to alternate the thing. So yeah, okay, let's give this a try. If not sure, please mention, just so that I can like solve it together with you. Do you know how to calculate this one when it comes to like atomic abundance? So school, well, never mind, doesn't really matter. Either school didn't teach or school teach, you didn't listen. So either way, I do have to ask that question. So, I mean, in this case, they are giving you, okay, what's isotopes? Okay, that's good. That's correct. So in this case, are you familiar with what's abundance? Okay, abundance here is called percentage abundance. So that means that currently, okay, so let me explain. So in this case, let's say you have a box. It's filled with chlorine 35. When it comes to chlorine, there's basically two isotopes, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. So the weight is different. So if the entire box is chlorine 35, the mass of the chlorine gas will be 35 lor. That's quite straightforward. If the entire box is filled with chlorine 37, the entire box average weight will be 37. That's simple. What if I have a box, half of it is filled with chlorine 35, half of it is filled with chlorine 37. So what is the average mass of what's in the box? How do you get 36? So 35 plus 37 divided by 2, just nice, 36. This is with the condition this is 50, 50. Okay, so now we have a unique situation that what if this is chlorine 35, this is chlorine 37, this takes up 80%, this takes up 20%. You have to then give a new formula to take into account of the difference in percentage. Hence, you have a mass multiplied by percentage plus mass multiplied by percentage. In this case, the mass is 35, so that's 35 multiplied by 80% plus the mass is 37 multiplied by 20%. So we can do that with a calculator. 35 times 80% plus 37 times 20%. Then you'll be getting 35.4. So the main thing for you to understand is this. You take mass multiplied by percentage plus mass multiplied by percentage of different component to find the average mass. And when they use the word average mass, they're referring to the word relative atomic mass. The word relative means it's average. It's average out. Is it okay? Okay. Okay, right? Okay, then with this information, try to apply to solve question 1. Okay. Store your calculator. What the? Wow, that's like free real estate, man. That's stonks. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, moving on. Okay. So this is all about proton, neutron, electron. And be careful of the charge as well. 79. What's 79? Oh, the big number. Okay. Is neutron plus proton. Yeah. Okay. 85, 87. Isotopes. Yeah. Mm. Neutron proton. Yeah. Okay. Electronic configuration. Good. Okay. So magnesium, what's the electronic configuration? Magnesium is 2-8. Magnesium. Magnesium atom. Then if it's magnesium ion, so in this case, 2-8 is the same as neon. No? You're asking your ABCD which one when form ion is not the same as neon. Sodium is in group 1. Okay. Chemical properties. Okay, what's chemical properties and physical properties? pH will be considered as a physical property. Physical property is anything that you can measure or anything that you can observe. In other words, pH melting point, boiling point, mass, weight, color, whichever that you can measure, observe, they are both considered as physical properties. For chemical properties, it's basically how it reacts. For example, melting point, boiling point. So basically chemical reaction is how it reacts. For example, you look at acid plus base forms salt plus water and so on. So in this situation, chemical properties depends on electrons, specifically valence electrons. So electrons, the number of electrons decide the chemical property, whereas physical property depends on mass, whether how heavy and how light something is. So this one focus on valence electrons. Valence electrons decides chemical properties. Okay. So try question 5. Okay. W and Z, X and Y. But in this case, when your electronic structure is fully filled, you have no chemical. Which particles are similar? W and X, X and Y. I would pick X and Y instead though, because W and wait a minute W and X and Y is basically the same element because the proton number is exactly the same. So I think they want different particles, so I pick W and X. W and Z, W and Z. Because X and Y have the same number of protons. W is a different element compared to Z. XY electronic structure, protons. Wait a minute, is it because this is 10, this is 8, this is 8, this is 10. W is ion. Therefore W cannot be considered because this is 8, this should be 2, 6, not 2, 8. So this is okay. W is a trick because if this is 8, electronic structure of the atom should be 2 6, not 2 8. If it's 2 8, W is behaving like a ion, a negative ion. But in this case, then this is 2 6 instead. In that case, you behave more like WX. Make sense? Okay means that you understand, or you just like Okay, 6. Interview. I thought you're running for like, don't know what to call it. I call it election. The one that people vote for you and stuff. So what's with it? Like you have 3 separate. Okay. Because I don't happen to think that you have 3 separate like foreign trips, right? Like for do you have to pay for the foreign trips? Because I was thinking with the current situation, I think the air ticket is gonna be crazy expensive though. Then I'm like, huh? Then they will like totally cover. So good. I was like, This one's ions. Okay. When you use the word octet, means that the valence electrons, 8 of them, 8 electrons. So octet structure means that the very last is 8 valence electrons. Helium only have 2. Helium just a 2, so don't have 8. If every then what? Why? Okay. Relative mass VWXY. So mass is relative charge is 2 1 1 2. This is 0. Okay, the 0 is why the 0 fall to the side? This is 0 1 2 -1 plus 2. Okay, interesting. You have to pair the mass with the charge. No ah. If it's electron, the charge, huh? -1. Why? What do you figure out? Then figure it out. Yes. Nuclei is just plural for nucleus. Huh? What are you talking about? You just said something and then you say you don't know. So you simple. I will never take whatever you say serious because you also don't know what you're talking about. No. You repeat what you just said. What did you just said? That's not correct. That's absolutely nonsensical. The nucleus is in the center. It contains proton plus neutron. Electron is what flies around. So then why is 4? Why is V and Y isotopes? Is everything okay? Then why is it C? Why is number 4 correct? You're not explaining shit, bro. You're just verbal diarrheaing. You just look at the picture and say V and Y have the same charge. That isotope has the same. Which one has different? No, what? You have to tell me, prove to me how they have the same number of proton. Why is the charge? Why is the charge representation of proton? What is the charge of proton? Just now electron is minus, 1 minus. So proton charge is 1 what? Positive, negative, cat, dog, frog. Okay. So therefore, in this case, both V and Y has 2 protons. Because both V and Y has plus 2 in the nucleus. V has 2 proton, Y has 2 proton. Make sense? Then, after that, what's the second part of isotope? You only prove that different neutrons. How to prove? So therefore, V and Y have different mass. But okay, cool. Question 9. Okay, why? Huh? Okay, explain why is the number of proton. Hmm. Yeah, so in this case, number of neutron will be mass number minus proton. So your proton is n minus 2, then n will minus the n minus 2. Lor. Okay, question. Make sense? Okay, question 10. whether something is a metal, you look at the valence electrons. If the valence electrons is 281, 282, 283, for example, if valence electron is 1, 2, or 3, they are considered as metal. If the valence electron is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they will be non-metal. Okay, so that was smooth, that was really good, should be fine. Okay, what mass number? Be careful of the charge here. No? 15 plus 21. Oh, mass number. Okay. Yep, you're on the right track. That was smooth. Six. What? Electronic configuration is 288, but if it's 3 plus, that means that the original thing was 2883, right? So okay, or rather in this case, right? If this is 3 plus, this is 3 plus, so original M should be 2883, right? Oh, I should modify the question to give 36, then can trap people. Oh my god, that's a good idea. Hey, good idea. Okay, I need to modify the question. Thank you for making this more difficult for the rest of people. Good idea. 我要说怎么 stupid number 这样容易算来算去还讲 36 A 没有呢？为什么啊？Okay, this is a good idea, bro. Okay, I'm gonna change the 39 to 36. Okay, 36. Yes. Doom to all students. Destroy their will to learn. Yes, that's the best. Okay, let's go. 12. So carbon 13, carbon 12. Okay, this is the calculation thing. Yeah, I think it's the first time you're doing this. Let me know if you need help. He gave up in less than 3 seconds, bro. Oh my! I think I can't. You could. Sure, you. We'll see. I mean, it's the first time you're doing this. It's not about you. It's about you doing this at the first time. Yeah, technically you can do guess and check. That's the method. I agree. Huh? What? What? Really? What's the beef? What's the drama? Of course not, but what's the reason? Because he did drugs, or he dated someone. I don't know. No lah. I mean, definitely got reason why. Just whether they say it or not only. Why will you kick someone that's helping your company make money? Doesn't make sense, right? You kick someone if the person, number one, don't benefit you, number two, is a problem to deal with. Kick lah. Then now Hyper just gonna be like one less member. What? Okay. That depends which other company is gonna sign him up to let him release, right? Because without joining like a company, he doesn't get the permission to release songs or whatnot within Korea, unless he does what someone like Blackpink does lah. Like Rose will just go to US to sign on their guild, as in the actress, the performance guild, for them to then publish. I think Aparte, the song copyright is no longer with Korea. It's basically signed for Warner Brothers in US. That's the only way to publish outside of Korea. I guess. You say guess and check, ma. Okay, then show me no proof, no nothing. Show me how you get your guess and check working. Send me your guess and check working. Send your guess and check working. How did the person just stole your calculator? The calculator is I don't know, 10 sing? Is it not? Something is 10 or 15 sing. Where got 20? Okay, depends. Your scientific calculator, if it's crazy functions, maybe it's okay lah. If you buy the one like mine with more functions and whatnot, it's about 20 plus 30, I guess. Yeah, if you buy the cheaper ones with less function, then can drop maybe 15, 18, I guess. Sure. Okay, anyways, this one, you can either do guess and check or you can do the reverse. In this case, you can do something like this. Carbon is 12, multiplied by, don't know what's the percent, let's call it X, plus 13, multiplied by 100 minus X over 100, equals to 12.2. And just solve for X. So in this case, times 100 to, so this one become 12x over 100 plus 1003 minus 13x over 100 equals to 12.2. So 12x plus 1003 minus 13x equals to 1220. So x equals to 80. So yeah, you can either do this or do guess and check, whichever method works. Okay, moving on. Actually, is there still like new male Korean like boy band debuting after like TXT and like Enhypen? Yeah, I mean the I think the most, well, then that depends when you use the word OG. Oh, okay, who do you define as OG? But BTS is not popular now. It is. I think when you use everyone, then I mean, if you put it that way, then I would say maybe because the BTS got into, it's the first K-pop group that got into US market. That's why people outside of K-pop knows about it. Then they like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then BTS couldn't get into US market if the previous guy didn't try, which the previous guy actually tried, and that's like Wonder Girls, which I think it's a one-hit wonder, then disappeared. So yeah, so that guy basically was the first in whole of Korea to invest money to bring his entire group to then try to break US market. Then BTS got like, okay, if they can do it, we can try. Okay, try it. So yeah. But anyway, BTS I think is pretty cool. Mm, I think so. I don't know. The newest group I ever heard about was like just a few years ago, which is like Baby Monster, that actually sort of like maybe have some pickup. Like I'm not. Let's not talk about a random group that debut, nobody knows, they just disappear. That's, I think the youngest group I know, maybe Baby Monster, I guess. That's like 3-4 years ago. Then only recently got, as in got pop off. No, as in when I say pop off means popular, as in they are popular enough to like start seeing them their faces on like brands and stuff. Maybe for 2 years ago, but prior to this, they are like trying to just get more fans through like making music, and then now they're going down Blackpink route, just put their face and brand on more things with us. I don't know, man. Okay. K-pop drama. I see. Electron has no mass, man. Mass is 99.99999% proton and neutron. Electron doesn't really have mass at all. Proton? No, what are you talking about? Tron, correct. So proton and neutron are all in the nucleus, huh? That's true. Huh? What do you do to cook yourself? The what? Sorry, the what is uphill? Okay. Huh? How can you? What, you cross country up a mountain? Cannot be, right? A you bridge. What is the name called? Bitch. Oh, Bishan Park, bitch. Okay. Oh my god. So, oh, then give me some auntie that's like trying to be a Karen there. Longest elevated cycling path. It's the longest cycling bridge in Singapore. At least in Singapore lah. Don't this thing? Is it not? It's not It's not this one. Yeah, elevated. Oh, this is pedestrian walkway. Maybe it's this one? No, it's the same thing, what? This thing? Yeah! That's the only thing that is like circular, like in Bishan Park connector. That's the thing. Okay, sure. So, okay. Okay. Okay.
For the like how many years am I doing? How old am I?
You're 89. Yeah, 89.
For the 14 years I've lived here. Then yeah, so basically you have to cut that out of 23.9.
Uh huh.
So I feel like that upbringing sort of like as long like for as long as I can, as long as like working out then
Then you just walk out and then you're like, is it?
I don't know. There's this kind no, but at least like when you went down you have something to done. Like at least running back on.
Okay. Okay, let's confirm one thing. Next week is March holiday. Is there gonna be March holiday homework?
For my chapter no, but for my other term
Your bio?
bio it's like the poster thing you just still have to like complete it for like assignment.
Okay lah, you say one ah. Then I will
I
just
say one.
you say one
Oh my
ah.
god, I'll just send you.
Just don't send me last minute. I said, Joe, tomorrow Monday school starts my date. And now I'm like Sunday. Can you like save me? Why I bomb your house? I tell you. Okay. See you next week then. Bye. Bye.